Hello and welcome back to Building with Vid. Building with Vid, guys. Today we're going to do the interior design of our Fantasy Inn. Yeah, Fantasy Inn interior design. Gonna start by taking a little look at what we have so far. We have the exterior pretty much clear and done. We have windows in place. We have some breaking up of the materials. We have detailing and leafage. And an okay roof, you know, it's not brilliant, but it's okay. Yeah, and I like the color of it. So on the inside here, if we have a look, I've done a little thing. I've started to do a little thing here, just because I don't want to do redstone on camera in this series. I do that so much in other series here. But I don't know if you remember, but we were talking about the fact that this inn overhangs here down into the ravine, and so this is going to be a little secret entrance and exit here to the inn. I'm guessing they might run a little smuggling ring here or something like that. Yeah. So I'm going to go through with you first of all the plans here. Okay, so there's going to be that we're going to have barrels and things like that. So this is like the first set of storage, you know, the storage for barrels and things that are in use at the moment, okay? It's going to be some long benches here, and the table here maybe. Going down here, this is going to be the main part where people sit and drink and eat. So there's going to be tables all around here, but there's going to have to be a little clear area here to go down into the cellar, where we can have even more storage, and upstairs. And this is going to be a little lounge for those guys that rent a room here with a nice balcony exit and things like that. Going up here, this is our first room that you can hire. Also has a balcony, so this is probably like the most expensive room. I mean, it's tiny, but it's fancy. Up here we're going to have a little sleeping arrangement with hopefully 2 or 3 beds or something like that. And up here is where I'm thinking we're gonna have the last sleeping quarters with many beds in here, right? And finally up here is where the owners sleep, and they probably need some sort of window up here, by the way. Just you know, maybe here. Just we'll fix that up later. So that's the general idea. But let's start from the downstairs and go up. Yeah, we might do something about this thing later on to make it less obvious that it's here maybe, or something like that. But for now, we're just gonna hide things as best we can so that you can go in and out of this little trapdoor without issues, right? So we'll do something like that, maybe there, and oops. So here you can go in, it's fine. Although the floor gets a bit rugged, we can fix that with pressure plates. Trapdoors like that. So yeah. That is not inconspicuous at all, guys, okay? Come on. I think that's going to be good for now, though. We do need to do something with lighting in here. And, you know, we have the blue lamps, the soul lamps outside. But I think inside we're going to want to have a warm, pleasant light. Something like that. And I'm thinking natural, plain materials here could be good, so maybe oak or maybe dark oak. Alright, something like that. So if we can also combine these, right? So if we imagine that there's like a primitive type bench here all the way, like that, and then we have we're gonna have to do something with these, with the fact that it's half slabbed here. But if we take away that, we will show. We could have it like that. That could be kind of fun. With a pressure plate there. And in fact, all of this here I think needs to go. And we need to have some sort of fencing here. And pressure plates up top. Something like that. Okay, let's see. You know what? We don't need to have this at half height. That's a dumb idea. Let's not do that. Let's fix it. It's just too awkward to decorate with half slabs like that. Okay, so there. Now, if we put this here, that'll hide that. But now we don't have a trigger mechanism, so we'll have to return to that in a minute. Let's see. By the way, can we put a lever on this here? Yes, we can. So this can be like a tap. All right, but then we can't put that there. Can we put the lever up here? No, of course not. That can go away. And we can have a lever sort of here, for sure. That's a little bit more hidden, isn't it? Especially if we have a chair here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, so here we got like a little area here for sitting. I think we can do another one if we have a chair there and there. Yeah, here. Just a little table. And then let's just get the layout up in order here. So like that, right? This looks okay. I'm wondering if what if it looks better with these. I think maybe it does, yeah. So we'll do the tables in oak and the chairage in dark oak. Oops. Yeah, we'll do that. So there we go. It's starting to look pretty cool. It's a bit barren still. I have to think of some sort of decorations we can have. But what we can do is we can add a tap like that. And a tap like that. So we can tap liquid out of these barrels. And you can do that with trapdoors as well. Or with tripwire. Right? And that might look better. No, it doesn't look better. So we'll do taps like that. And that also ties in with this, because somebody might think, oh, that's just another tap that has fallen to the floor. Yeah? So I think we're done with this. So this is where maybe the locals come in here and they just sit down, have an ale, and then they go on their merry way. Right? A bit further in here is maybe where we do kitchen type stuff. But I'm thinking we're going to have long tables here, right? Long tables. And we might actually try and do trapdoors. And we might not have these particular kinds of trapdoors later on, but this could be a different type of table, like this. Although we would want to have, no, that there. Oh, come on. And maybe like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, I do think these spruce trapdoors, they do look really good. So we'll go with these for now. And we can do a whole set of a bench there, and we can have a bench here. So this is like the main dining area. And I know there isn't a kitchen here, and we're not going to have room for a kitchen. We might put one in the cellar though. That actually was more common than you think. And if you're noticing, there's no bar desk here. And that's because that wasn't a thing in medieval times, so we're not going to do it here. Yeah. Now the only problem with this type of sort of table is you can't put anything on it. And that is a bit of a problem, I think. But we'll have to ponder if we can live with that. Because, I mean, it would be cool, right, to put a lantern on here or something, but I guess we can have lamps like that instead. Yeah, and here we got nice windows as well, although it will be drafty in the cold. So, you know, we might actually put some protection for them here, or we could do. Although that mucks around with the fence, with the wall there, so we might not do that right now. Okay, yes. So the alternative to this type of table would be to make the table out of slabs. We can try it. And we'll just have to do that something like this. And this doesn't look bad at all, to be honest. It doesn't. You can still see what it is, for sure. Or we can just say, okay, well, the table has no legs. And this actually might be what we're going for. The table has no legs. It just floats like that, but it still looks great, you know. And if we want to, we could replace, you know, the ends with something like that. And maybe spruce though. Oh, come on. I have too many blocks on my bars. Yeah. Well, no. But yeah. Like that. Okay, that doesn't look any different though. That looks like a full block. I'm not sure. I mean, we could do this as well. We could do it this way. And then it still looks like a whole block. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll just go for the floating table idea. I mean, it is fantasy after all. And now all of a sudden, now we can put like a lamp here, put a cup here, and a cup there, and you know, maybe even an item frame with some sort of food on it here. Let's do fish. This is after all a port. Do tropical fish. Somebody's eating an exotic meal here. Yeah. And some bits like that. What else could we put on here? Well, we can do another plate for sure. Like that, maybe. And it looks a bit more lively, you know? That's not bad. Yeah, that is not bad. Okay, so then, because we're thinking that the kitchen is in the basement, maybe we'll have like a little table here, just to put dishes. What the actual frick? I think it's nighttime outside. Put dishes on. Just be a simple thing like that. Right? And then we get down here, come into the kitchen and the main storage area. Now, this is actually meant to also be, you know, like a nice area. So we could also put in some planters. You know, pots with stuff on in them and things like that. That could be a thing. Maybe we can hang one, you know, because we can have a lamp here, and it doesn't matter if it's a bit dark and dingy here. Something like that could be okay, I suppose. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Maybe it doesn't. It really looks like it's floating. Let's try, oops. Let's maybe try a different type of plant. Let's try a jungle sapling. They're maybe a bit taller. I guess that looks better, but fern. Let's try fern. No, I don't like it. Okay, so what we'll do instead is we'll have to put a slab in or a stair in as a sort of, you know, bench, and then we'll put the plant in here. I did like that, so let's do that. Bit of life there. We can put another one here, maybe. Can you please be quiet out there? I'm trying to build. Alright, so there's no color here really, except for the plants, and that was my idea, to put the plants in as a bit of dash of color. But you know what? We might actually have tablecloths on these instead. Maybe do red. That could work as well. Oh. Like that. Maybe. Maybe it's too strong a color. We could have it on that one, but not on these ones, for instance. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, I think we're done with the downstairs. Let's go up here. Let's start with lighting. And this is there's a really high ceiling here, which is cool. We can have like shelves here and things like that. So that we'll come back to that. But because of that, we can have a chain. Maybe 2. I don't know if that's too low. That's not really too low, and then 1 here, like that. So we have nice lighting in this room. That's cool. And we might want to think about having a railing here, so people don't fall on their bums. And that looks great, right? But what the problem is with that is that we can't have any furniture here now, or here. So if that's an issue later on, then we'll have to do something about that. And we have that window up here, so probably want to put like a shelf here. Could even do something like this. Right, and I mean we could have that there, we couldn't have that there now. But we can still have a shelf there if we want to. Just for the looks. Put something in them, just for now. Okay, that's cool. There's a shelf there. There's a shelf there. And then we have like a lounge, alright? So we'll need stairs again. And this is like a comfy chair, right? Let's remove these for now. That's a comfy chair right there. We have another one maybe over here. Well, this is maybe a little sofa. A 3-seater. Like that. Nice armrests. Okay, and then we have like a low table here, just maybe made out of slabs. And maybe this is like the fanciest table in the place. Maybe it goes here like that. Well, maybe not. We'll see. It would be nice with some air under it, I suppose. Let's try warped trapdoors then. That's too high. Too high. Okay, so maybe the height is this. Yeah, that looks better height-wise, but we need to have it in the middle here. Like that, I think. Maybe a bit shorter. And then it needs to be... This needs to have some sort of connection to the floor. So we'll do it out of... Actually, let's do it like this. Table like that. Yeah, and then up here we can also have carpet, and all the colors with blue in it, that would have been probably out of bounds because it is too pricey. Although maybe we can diverge from that, but I'm thinking maybe light blue or lime, just to contrast against the table here. If we do lime, yeah, that is too much. Too much, guys. Yeah, could have that. How does that look when we come up here then? It's probably too bright, to be honest. Let's see here. Let's go back to the drawing board. I mean, purple would be cool, but I don't think they would have had access to purple. However, this is fantasy. So who am I to say what they have access to and not? And now that I think about it, then we can do this. We can move this lamp. I mean, this this comfy chair to here, and then we can have a lamp here, is what I'm trying to say. Or something. We can have bookcases for that light reading before bedtime that the patrons might want to do. And then put this back in. And we could even do that. Yeah. Or we could have a chest with like games in it for the patrons. Yeah, do that here. There's the games double chest. Everybody might use the games here, but they must put them back again in tidy order. And you know what? We'll take away this and put something else there, and then put a pot here as well. There we go. We're getting somewhere with this now. There can also be something on this wall, of course. Up here, maybe. Thinking maybe we have another chest here. Actually, now that I think about it, let's try and have trapdoors for the shelves instead. They look a bit less full, right? And we can actually do that all over the place here. Whoops. I think that's better. Yeah. And now we can have something on here. I'm thinking we're gonna have a candle on here in the form of an end rod, like that. And then all of a sudden I don't like this, so let's do that. It's gonna have to be alright. I'm a bit sad we can't have like different heights on these lamps, but that's fine. We could even put one in the middle instead. Let's try that. Or roughly in the middle anyway. Yeah, that's alright. Now, we can also decorate these. And the standard way to do that is to just say that, okay, well, they have cushions on them for comfort, like that. Could also put take away these and put like a drink here, and in fact, let's try that, because they can be used, of course, as a ways to put things. Like, there might even be two here, something like that. Yeah. And so, okay, so let's talk a little bit about, before we continue with the bedrooms, about the sort of conventions that I do when I decorate. So, sea cucumbers are drinking vessels. Pots are pots. They can also be ink wells and things like that. End rods are candles. Trapdoors are shelves. And then, yeah, that's about it, really. And then I try and mix up the materials as much as I can. So we have spruce and dark oak. We have oak and dark oak. We have some fabric and some different colors as well. Although there's a few colors in here, we might not want to look into that later. I don't have any real ideas for that right at the moment. There's a lot of color in this room for sure. Walls are red, carpet. In fact, you know what? It might be better with just a light grey carpet. It's a bit strong. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we have some decorations here. We still need something here. Ooh, you know what? It's probably a barrel. Barrel. Like that. With a tap on it. For those nighttime drinks, you know? Yeah, we can even make it into a bit of a casket, just placing these around it like this. Yeah, and then the people that own the place, they go and replace this barrel once a week or something like that. All right, so that's that. We could have something in here as well. Maybe because this window is kind of special, right? So maybe we want to be able to sit here and lounge. And just look out the window at the town going by. The town that is going to materialize out there later on. Honestly, these guys. And then maybe another bookcase. Here. And no, can't have it there. We could have it here. Yeah. And this is bottom slabs. We could have a window. I mean, we could have a like a tiny. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. We could have a tiny table here with the light source on it. Candle. Yeah, let's do that. Can sit and read in the candlelight into the night. Yeah. Could even say that, well, the table is actually that way, so you can sit here and have a drink as well with somebody. Yeah, that is cozy. Let's start with this room now. It's a little tiny, but we have we have a bed in here, and in my mind this is the fancy room. So they've gone big. They have a blue bed. We have a window here that we can presumably open somehow. We need a light source, and that could be here, like that. And obviously we need these blocks here to be free. So, but not that one. So we could do like a bookcase. And what's above here? I think maybe we can do a bookcase like that as well. And then have a pot with a nice bush in it. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then we can do carpet on the floor. Just because this is a room that is meant to be fancy, we can't do carpet on the floor. Darn. Because of the trapdoor wall here. Okay, well we're gonna have to not have carpet on the door then. Alright. And so we might do the balcony here as well. We have some sort of light source already. There could be... Oh, another thing, by the way. We might want to have a night vessel right there. There could be like a chair and a little outside sitting area here. Like that. You can sit and watch the ravine, the slum going past in the down there. We're gonna have slum down there. Can you guys please leave? You're making my video noisy, alright? Something like that. I think that's good. Let's proceed upwards to the sleeping chambers. And I don't mind if these are dark and dingy, but we need another type of bed here. I usually go with light grey for like a poor man's bed. We have 3 beds here. They do have a really nice window though. We could have a 4th here, but let's see. Yeah, that's alright, we can do that. So we'll have a 4th bed here, and then we'll have a fence here or something. Just to make sure people don't fall off the rails. Could have some fence here as well, but I don't want to have that because I want to do a typical thing that they used to do in inns is they had a bed and they had a chest next to it, or at the foot of the bed, so that people could have their valuables there. And this guy doesn't get a chest, but that's fine. Something like that. And it doesn't have to be anything more than that, except we need a light source as well. But I'm thinking as well we're gonna have this trapdoorage in this window with the end rod on it. You know, that's a pretty good light to have in here, I reckon. Something like that. Okay, so then we go up here, and this is even cheaper beddage, so we might just have 2 rows of beds like this. And we might even have the middle one like that. Okay, and then we need to deal with the roof here, the inside of the roof. A cool thing would be if these guys, they don't have chests, but instead they can... okay, I want to place these the other way around now. Right, let's try this. Instead they can open up here, you know, and place some personal belongings inside the walls almost, right? And this might be a full block later. Like here. And this will be a full block, right? Yeah, something like that. That looks pretty cool. And I appreciate that this is not great, so let's put some upside down stairs in here. Alright, and we might have full blocks here, probably these types like that, right? And then we will have a slab. We just have to make sure that we're able to get up here, so we probably have to do that. Yeah? Not bad. And now that I think about it, because these guys are, this is the poor man's beds, they might even have more beds here. Alright, I changed the beds around here actually. I think you get fit more beds in and stuff like that here. We need to do something with lamps. And I mean, they don't want to have an open fire so close to the roof, I reckon. So what we'll do is we'll put a lamp in. Just lamp it in like that. I think that'll be good. And then we need to copy this onto this here side. And this bed here, you can sort of see out the window here. It's not great. But it doesn't have to be great. You know, this is the cheap quarters. It's fine. It's fine. And we'll do these. Not there. Not here again. Okay, so this is actually going to be good for the cheap quarters, I think. It's only one place here. This place here does not have anywhere to put any stuff at all. But what we can do, though, is we can put it like that and then put a chest in front. It'll have to be in front of the window, but it's fine. Like that. Maybe that's why that window is closed. Alright, I also did another little change here. I don't know if you recall, but we had a slab here before, so you had to duck to get up here. You can actually remove that slab because I want to have a full block here. Because I want to have a door here up to the owner's place. So we'll put a door in. Like that. Right, so there we go. Up to the actual proper place, they have a door. Put another window in on this side, so now they have two windows up here. And I think we're going to do the same here. We're going to have crawl space for them here. But we might do it with these instead. They're a bit fancier, maybe. So that's great. Okay, so here we got the room. We can do crawl spaces on that side as well. We want to have it too tall here, so we'll probably just have to do something like this with the roof, and then we're gonna have to have this, this 90-degree turn here. That's fine. We'll do this side as well, I suppose. Like that. So this is the space they have. It's not much, but they need some beds. We'll go for Siam beds. Goes well with the roof. They have a double bed, the pair of them, and then they have a little thing there, a little nightstand with a candle on it, and you know, they might have to do some writing up here, so they can have a tiny little desk here, like that, with a little chair on it. It's getting crammed in here. They could have the chair like that, and then they can have another candle here, right, in the window, and then some maybe an item frame with a piece of paper on it. So the item frame is like a writing underlay, and then they have a piece of paper that they're currently writing on right there. They have some storage under here. You know, I mean, it doesn't actually work as storage, but it's still storage. But they might also want to have chests at the end of their bed. Oop. That, a chest each. Then, because they are the people of the house, the owners, they probably need a carpet here as well. We can carpet as much as we can, like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like this little crawl space here. I like that. Alright guys, there we go. We have decorated the interior of the Fantasy Inn. We have a little thing here. A trapdoor to smuggle stuff. We can put a stair in on the outside here later on. We have barrels for brewing, for brews and things like that. We have seating areas here for just getting a drink. We can set the long table and eat our dinner. The owners put their food here to serve, but we haven't done the basement yet. This torch cannot be here. And then if we go upstairs here into the lounge area, there's a nice sofa and a comfy chair, some brew, storage for games and things, some books to read, and a table. Going up here, we have a little more secluded seating area. We could actually think about doing like a screen here. We have a little secluded area here for secret meetings or things like that. We have the fancy room, tiny but with a balcony, and decorated and nice with the night vessel and things like that. Going up here, we have the first bedroom. I don't think that bed is actually necessary, to be honest. Yeah, we'll take that away. Okay, and then up here we have more beds, lots of beds with this crawl space for storage. We have a door to the owner's room with a double bed, some storage, a desk, and 2 windows. Yeah, pretty nice all in all, guys, pretty nice. Let me dig out this cellar for you, and then we'll see what we can do decorating that as well. Alright, we're back here. This is what it looks like. Okay, I think we could go one block higher up here. But I don't think we want to. We want this to be sort of tight spaces and stuff like that. Okay? And so what have we got planned here? Well, I want to not have any wood visible. So as a base, we can put just cobble here, cobble slabs. Like this. I want to have like a fireplace, a cooking place here. So I guess that means that there's going to be a chimney coming up here. So that's alright. And then another thing we have here is we have access to the outside if we want to. And especially here, well, it's a bit of a problem as well, because the ravine goes out there. But we could do things like this and have small windows here. Out into the ravine. We could even do something like this, and have like a light garden coming in, something like that. And that's something we could do. But anyway, let's start with just filling in the roof with normal cobble. Alright, we have the roof ready. We need to do the floor as well. As you can see, I'm leaving space here because we want to do the walls here. Although, in this case here, we might not want to do that, but we'll see. We'll assume that we're going to have sturdy old walls here as we go along. And for now, we're going to mix this up, but we can just put in this for now. Okay, so that's that. Now, when we were doing this, I was thinking maybe in this section here, we're gonna have like walls all the way up here. While and then this way as well, of course. While in this section here, it can be wider, so this will be a natural wall then. At least in parts, but we're gonna have to sort of build up around this area here. Maybe it just faces off like this, you know, that's alright. And I don't like that there's dirt here, So maybe we put in some stairs along this way here. Wow. You know, and then we continue with this stuff here to the same length as here. We're sort of seeing now that we're gonna have at least 2 rooms down here. One storage room, I suppose, and one cooking room, one kitchen. So this is now like a really deep alcove. We can do things like that to make it a little bit more, you know, rounded. And then we'll chuck in walls, or the beginning of walls down here anyway, on this, like there, around about there. So this is going to be our storage room, this is going to be our kitchen. And if we go up here, we can see that we are going to have a fireplace here then. The chimney coming up. And at the moment it'll go out the side of this wall here, and I'm not sure I like that, so we might fold it in later on, but that's going to have to be a later question. But we need to cobblify at least some of this. Now there's grass here. I think we're going to have to sacrifice that grass. And this, so this is the fireplace here. And what we can do is we can start building it up. We could build it out of brick as well. We might actually do that. That's a good idea, isn't it? Because then it won't look exactly like everything else in here. And then we take some slabs here, chuck them over like that, and then we clad it in slabs as well like that. So this is the basis of our fireplace. We can just cap it off like this. Looking alright. Now we need to get in here as well, so we need to take this out and maybe do bricks on the floor here for now. And this needs to be cobble as well, because the chimney is going to be mainly cobble, right? And then we can actually take these away. Here. And then some slabs on top of that, like that. That's pretty nice. Although we could actually place them 1 block higher, right? Oh my gosh. So that we can actually sort of see the flames. Yeah, I like that. And then on top here we can have either iron bars, I suppose, or chains. So maybe we can do something like this. And then do some nether wart blocks that simulate meat, maybe? Like that. And then we cap it off again. Like that. And then of course in front here they can also have had bricks. Just to, you know, give it that feeling of... so they're smoking meat basically. If you can't really see the chains, but I think they look good. If we don't want to do that, we could do this and take these away and maybe have these one taller, one higher up. But now we can't really see, I don't know. We might do this so we can see above it as well. So we can see the smoke coming up, and then do slabs here as well, so we can see the smoke underneath. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now I know, I appreciate that I would have liked it to be one. Actually, we can make it one wider, can't we? Like that. And then we'll have to do these. as full blocks. Man, that's a big cooker they have. But you know, that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's what I think. Something like that. And I appreciate that the smoke comes out like wonkily here. But I think that's fine. I think that should be a slab. I mean a stair, and that should be a stair. I guess these could be stairs as well. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm not too happy with this area here. Let's see how much damage it does if we do that. Then we do that. I think that looks better, to be honest. Yeah, let's keep it like that. That's fine. Alright, so we have that massive fireplace. We need some iron bars in these windows though. And in this one. Right. And then this needs to be cobble and not dirt. But other than that, this area is kind of alright. And this area here, the light garden, I'm not sure what this is actually called in English, to be honest, so apologies. But I think it's called a light garden, and what we're gonna do is kind of do this. Yeah, we have a tiny little gap here. No, that's not good. That's no good. Can't do that. We're gonna have that one. And then we'll have like a iron bar here. Build up with cobble around it. And then we'll have to fix the outside some other time. But then you have here you can sort of see just a little bit of daylight coming in here. Yeah. Yeah. Pleased with that. Pleased with that. Okay, so what do they have in here? Now we need to make this an arch. I reckon. And that is one way to do it, I think, though. But maybe we want to even go further down. Like that. And then have slabs up top. Yeah, it's a low arch. I like that a lot. And they need more supports in this room as well, I reckon. So maybe we put, around about here, we put this in. And then we do the same type of arch. And maybe we do it to this point here. So that we have something in the middle here. And that sort of divides off that room as well. It's a bit of a shame that we can't have like a block here. I guess we could have a block like that. Can we have a block there? We can if we sneak down, and that's fine. We can sneak down into the basement for sure. Yeah, but it still doesn't matter. Yeah, no, we'll take that away. That's fine. But this side, we can also have like the beginning of an arch like that anyway. That's alright. And then it can go this way. And meet up with the door, so to speak. And I guess it could go this way as well, right? And then this becomes a full block. Something like that. Yeah. And in here, it can also go this way. So I'm thinking, by the way, in the storage room here, we can have like two pillars, one like that, one like that. Right? And then we have these like this. So then we have sort of 3 sections to the storage room. And then they have walls in between them, like maybe here. And there's a window there, so we'll do them like here. And yeah, then we have 3 sections. So we can have 3 different types of items, right? We can have barrels of meat, for instance, and things like that in this one. Although it'll be good to have it far away from the window. So maybe they fill this up here. Yeah, and then we can have something else here. But I mean, it looks the same, but it isn't. All right, something like that. It's all about what you sort of make out of it in your story about the place, right? You have to have a story to your place, in my opinion. So like that, and then we can have a random barrel, like here maybe, and maybe one here, just so that it's not too. We can have it here actually, so that it's not too, homogeneous, and we can put a light there. And then we have this area sorted. Yeah. And the kitchen has now, you come down here, you have to duck a little bit, to get into it. But then we have the cooker here, and then maybe over here is where they have water, which they have to get from the outside, of course. That's how you do it. But this is a big kitchen, so they have 2 water troughs, like that. And then they have a little workbench type thing here with storage in it as well. And on this side they also have workbench. And then they need a table somewhere here in the middle, maybe like that. And like this. And then, yeah, table like that. They can walk around it, they can come in from both sides still. It's all good. Yeah, something like that. So this is the kitchen, this is the storage room. This here could also be storage actually. Just have to be careful not to overdo it, so that we can't get places. Like that. How's that? Now, last thing, finally, but not least though, we need to mix things up with some mossy cobble. Not too much, but enough so that it's not just cobble and that it's a little bit more interesting to watch, Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. We're getting somewhere now. Maybe that's a normal piece of stone. And behind here it can definitely be a little bit more normal pieces of stone. Like that. Yeah, I think we got something here. Very nice. Alright. That is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed building with Vid, our building of the interior fantasy in design. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!